Welcome to Life of a Female Tradie podcast. Today we have two firsts, our first male guest and our first duo. So guys, please introduce yourselves.
I'm Jack.
I'm Stick, or Stace, but known by Stick in the industry.
Yeah, everyone knows you're Stick.
Trademark Digital.
So we run a marketing agency. We've also got this designed specifically for the trades, and we also fell into talent management as well. So yeah, we manage various influencers or content creators, how they prefer to be called in this industry. So that sort of fell into our lap. That was a path that took us rather than us taking it. Yeah, and it's proving to be quite a fun one, to be honest. So our business model as a company, as months go on, is changing drastically.
But one thing that has kind of stood firm is that it's just such a little family, and everybody that we've got on our books and everybody that works with us and all of our industry friends, everybody's just so aligned. And if you do it right, it is.
Yeah, and our ethos is we're going to the top, but we all want to go to the top together.
100%.
Love that.
Yeah, so there's room at the top for everyone.
Amazing.
Indeed.
Absolutely. For those that haven't come across you yet, I don't know how that's even possible because you're everywhere.
Oh, thank you.
In a good way, obviously. But for those that don't know too much about you, what are your backgrounds?
So my background is in the trade. So I'm a carpenter by trade. So I've done that for probably 18 years, bar sort of the last year of starting Trademark, or the last sort of year and a half. I am doing bits still, like I've obviously still got my trade. Yeah, when I say doing bits, I'm doing my house and I'm doing my family's houses. But as far as doing it for a job, Trademark is my only job now. But I was doing carpentry for about 18 years. Love the trade. And I think it's a great skill to have. And it's definitely good. I've got family all in the trade, so everyone in my family is some sort of trade in one way or another. So it's really handy, especially for like now where I'm doing my house. I've got plumbers, electricians, plasterers, me as a carpenter. You get it all done under one hat.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
I've saved a lot of money doing it.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, and
Yeah.
Carpentry is a popular one amongst guests as well. So, yeah, definitely.
I love the trades. Like, it's a rewarding skill to have, but it's a hard trade, and you need a lot of tools, a lot of money spent.
That's it. Yeah, it's
so
a big outlay, isn't it? And ongoing as well.
Ongoing, yeah, because you got to maintain the tools and also buy the blades for each individual tool and various other bits and pieces. But yeah, I got into that. I mean, how far back do you want to go?
Well, what made you choose a trade? Let's have a go at that one. That's always a popular topic.
Yeah, so my dad, he had a building company, and when I left school, they never thought that I'd be. They always thought that I'd be like a broker or something like that. But I ended up leaving school and becoming, at the start, an electrician. I was going to college to do electrics, and then I'd done a bit of work with a carpenter on one of my dad's sites. And I said to my dad, I want to do this. I'm not interested in electrics. I want to do carpentry. So then woke up a couple of days later and he's kitted my whole toolkit out, which I was very lucky.
Wow.
Yeah, changed colleges, started going to a carpentry college, and that was it. End up slowly learning the trade.
Cool.
And then eventually, it's a hard one to learn, but eventually it all falls into place. As with any trade, it starts out really hard. It's hard to learn, and then a few years down the line, all of a sudden it starts making sense and you get good at it, and then you master it,
Now you own a marketing company.
Now I've walked away from that and opened a marketing agency that manages talent.
There we go. Go. And what made you make the change into marketing?
So I had some health issues about coming up 2 years. Yeah, 2 years in December. So
okay.
I had some health issues, and it basically stopped me doing my job, basically. So I had to have a year out. I wasn't the man I was before, and at the same time, I had a company, a carpentry and joinery company with my partner, and I obviously had to have a year out. And Stick, around the time that I went off, come on for my other company. She was putting work in and she was doing really well, and everyone wanted to snatch her and take her off of us. And she said, like, the whole way along, she was saying, there's an opening here. We need to open we need to open something up. So we was like, I was skeptical and saying, obviously, I don't know anything about it. She was like, no, but this is the perfect partnership to basically open Trademark. So she saw the vision for Trademark a good year before it even started. And yeah, so then I had to have a bit of time off, and then I come back. I wasn't what I was when I come back, and she was like, do you know what? Let's do it. Let's just go for it and open it up. So I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's go for it. And best decision I ever made, because we love every minute of it. We're
We
always
literally
laughing.
just sat here, didn't we, and said, like, it's Monday. We've been here, what, an hour and a half. We've not stopped laughing.
A bit
Like,
longer than that now. I've been here for about 2 hours, but yeah, we've just been cracking up the whole time. Like, it's not often you can wake up in the morning and get excited to go to work after the weekend. So well, I'm very thankful for that.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah,
I love that. Absolutely. It's got to be something that you love to do and be around people that you enjoy being around as well. That's a massive part, isn't it, of your
yeah.
working environment,
yeah.
Oh,
for
massively,
sure.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's a big thing for me because obviously before working with Jack, I was a freelance marketer. So my job was quite lonely. So I worked from home. I wasn't client facing. I was just project facing and project that I sort of led. I was sort of leading projects. So I'm wasted not being in front of people. And it just made me realize how lonely I was. And then obviously when I started taking on other clients, Jack's old company being one of them, and it was literally just up the road from me. So I sort of started knocking about the workshop, and it wasn't my thing at all. I sort of walked in there and was like,
Yeah,
oh.
a dusty old workshop with two blokes running around. She's walked in and she's like, "Oh, not wanting to touch nothing."
I remember
And
they
then
offered me a tea, and I was like, I'd never seen a builder's
it's a
mug.
Oh,
dirty old
yeah.
mug.
They're
I'd
rank,
never
aren't
seen
they?
a builder's mug before, and I was like, "No, you're right." And then by the end of it, I was just, like, for me, it was like I went from that extreme to then being with my two mates and making cool shit and marketing it, and then getting a lot of attention off of the back of how we were doing it. To then, it was so rewarding. For me, it was a big sacrifice because I sacrificed a lot in terms of my financial situation.
Okay.
But money doesn't buy you happiness. And to be fair, the timing of what happened with Jack's health, I literally started the day before.
Oh, wow.
He had a stroke. So it was like, it was just the universe. We was meant to align at that time. And the rest has just been history. We've had a really shitty couple of years,
Mm.
and there's been a lot to get through to get here now. But we say it every day, like, what has happened for a reason, and it's brought
Yeah,
us
definitely.
to Trademark, and it's brought us to where we are now. And I think we've built this company through so much grit and, like, it's not trauma. That's such a, like, but it was traumatic. It really was. And when you actually break down what's actually happened and all the little things that we went through to get here, like, that's why we're so close, and that's why our bond is how it is and our friendship is how it is, because we've gone through so much to get to where we are now.
In such a short period of time. It's funny because when she first come into the yard and she wouldn't touch nothing, and dusty old workshop, two blokes running around, dirty mugs, she's drinking tea out of dirty mugs, and then a few months down the line, I never forget, she's like throwing big old sheets of MDF about. She's pulling tools out. We used to call her Shaper Stace because she'd whip the shaper out and start engraving something, and then she would go and resin it. And by the end of it, you
Wow.
could say that she's got a trade. It's like she was half a joiner by the time she left that workshop.
Fair
Yeah, and
play.
I say it now, like, I do little bits at home and that, and I'll text him and be like, "Thank you for teaching me." Like, I would never have known. Like, he could say to me now, like, "Go down to the shop and get me a PZ2 bit or whatever." Like, and I'd know what it is now. Like, for me, like, that knowledge, I love to learn. Like, I'm always wanting to learn something new. And I genuinely believe that, like, Jack's come from being a tradesman on the tools and never really picking up a laptop apart from the admin of a business, to now his whole world has gone digital. And my world has always been digital, and I've never been hands on. So what we've given each other, we've both got so much knowledge from each other. And that's where Trademark come from. Jack is the trade, I'm the marketing, and we sort of put them together. And it's a really unusual combination. But I think we've branded Trademark through us, and people buy people, not product. I think everyone says it, you know, we are the two of us. And it's an issue, like for a lot of people, because we have it all the time at trade shows. People try and split us up. And we're like,
Really?
yeah, they're
Yeah,
like,
comes to
oh,
pair.
you come with me and Jack goes there. And we're like, no, like, we don't do things on our own. Like, we are the two of us. It's more frequent than you.
Yeah, it happens more often than you think. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that kind of goes down to the female, like being a woman in the trades as well. Like I'm heavily protected, not just by Jack, but you know he's got a big family. All of our friends, you know, it's a very male dominated industry. So when a woman comes into that, it can either go two ways. But for me, I've got a lot of good people around me. Some men, I guess.
Well, I think it's also what obviously the friendship that we've got, obviously business partners and best friends, people that see it like want that, you know,
Yeah,
and it's a rare find. Especially
absolutely.
because, especially, I've got a business partner who's a girl. Obviously, my missus is fine with it, and like that's a rare find. But people, I wouldn't want to use the word envious of it, but it is something to be envied. You know,
Mm.
the partnership that we got, the friendship that we've got.
For sure. And how long have you guys known each other? How long have you been friends?
Literally 2 years in
2 years.
December, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like we've known each other our whole life. Like it was honestly, it was like the universe just put me there the day before his stroke. That's where the word stick comes from, because I just stuck around. I didn't leave. Sometimes like, I've got friends from growing up, but you just meet people sometimes like, and they're just your people. Like, and that it is literally like that. It's just happened. It's for such a short period of time, but I feel like what we went through added another 20 years onto that friendship.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, being a male female duo, especially as part of the trade industry, is definitely something to be admired because of how close you are. I would have said you'd have been mates for, yeah, 20 odd years for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. You've got a really good bond and you can tell that you really understand how each other works.
Yeah, that's took time, because I think we've both been through quite big things in our lives over the last couple of years as well. So we've not only had to go through kind of coming out of an old company, starting a new company, growing a company, marketing a company, selling the branding, but we've also had to go through massive life things with each other as well.
Yeah.
That it is when we've done so many of these podcasts now. When you sit and you talk about it, it makes me emotional because like it's just been such a journey. It's so cliche saying it all the time, but honestly, like I can't even begin to tell you the things that we've had to deal with. So it kind of really kind of glues that friendship, and you know, I'm grateful for that. I'm not an easy one to deal with every single day either. I mean, neither.
I'm learning a lot about ADHD. Hell of a lot. It's funny. I was talking to my mate about it the other day, and he's got it, and we were talking about it, and I was just because obviously sticks are absolutely riddled up to the nines with it. I really understand it now, whereas before I didn't. And I was talking to my mate about it, and I was giving him a lot of healthy advice
Okay.
because I had a lot of advice to give because obviously I've learned a lot about it with stick, you know. So yeah, so he's obviously trying to understand things, this, that, and the other, and about how hyper focus, all these
I
different things
think
with
as
ADHD.
well, like going from being he was in partnership with a man in the trades to then in partnership with a woman in the
Yeah.
trade. Like it's very different dynamic. Like you're not like he's and I'm very not. I'm actually not like all over the place. I'm quite a very positive person generally, but it's like that's been hard, hasn't it? Like
No, I wouldn't say it's been hard at all. I think it's been quite refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understanding the whole ups and downs of emotions and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's been.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean, yeah,
actually not that.
she's not actually
Are
that
you
bad. She
not?
just has her
Oh, you're
moments.
lucky.
She has her moments, but no, I thought you meant going from like a male partnership to a female partnership.
With like
So
emotions and stuff. Like
yeah, I'm not a massively emotional kind of man, which probably most men aren't. Yeah, and my good woman as well. She's not really massively emotional either, so I've never really had to deal with a woman's emotions.
Okay.
I'm getting better.
It's one of those things, isn't it, that's within the trades, it's something we have to talk about a bit more, along with mental
mental health
health.
move. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's definitely been made more aware recently.
With that, how do you think the views are within the industry in regards to mental health and women in the trades?
I'm going to use a really good example for this one.
Go
So,
for it.
one of our clients is a female. And obviously, we have a duty of care, not just as her management and her agents, but, as friends. And what we have seen by managing her account is that men seem to instantly feel that it's okay to, in certain situations, and this isn't all men, it's some, to be able to sexualize the fact that she is a woman and, messaging the most obscene voice notes that are just at like 7, 8 o'clock at night, and they think that's okay. And then you could take that how you want to take that, but
Mm,
how that could potentially affect someone's mental health and make them anxious, because you see a lot, you see a lot of these people at trade shows and events. It's a very tight knit community. That for me isn't okay.
In all
And
fairness, you get a lot of it as well, don't you?
but I'm a certain way, and I think you have to be a certain way. But there are some women who I know personally in this industry that are quite vulnerable and quite timid. I have to be the way I am because all of my clients are men. A lot of I've grown up with boys as my friends as well, so I know how to take it. But
yeah,
you kind of have to just, you have to just give it as good as you get. But there are some women that aren't like that, and
absolutely.
I think that just because you're a woman in this industry doesn't mean that you are instantly open for sexual banter or kind of people thinking it's okay to send voice notes at 7, 8 o'clock at night that are quite creepy.
Exactly.
There's a line that has to be drawn,
100%.
but not all men are like that.
Exactly, exactly. They're not. And I think at the end of the day, us female tradies are only trying to share our work and share our skills with the world, just like the male counterparts of the trade are. And
Mm.
yeah, it's a very difficult aspect from a female perspective to deal with. You do get these uncomfortable comments and voice notes, and yeah,
I
it's
mean, but then there is a flip side because we are doing a growth campaign for one of our other clients at the moment. And there's a little bit of a sales driven motive with that. And I know, and like I think the guys know, that by me making those calls is going to get us further because there are some business elements whereby if a woman approaches a male dominated office or industry, you're going to get further along in business because you are a woman.
Yeah.
So I know that me making them phone calls and me being the way I am and me being very forthcoming from a business element, like whether that's right or wrong to assume that, but I think
It
from
works.
from what we've seen, when Jack or the client has made those calls, we've got a lot more knockbacks than when I've made the calls. So
okay.
it depends how you look at that. And I think is that motive
Well, you
because
could
I'm
look at it as in you've got great skill, but it
but
coming from you, that you definitely get a lot more.
yeah, because I've got a way with how I am, especially with men, because you have to know how to kind of have that kind of back and forward banter, and you've got to know how to take it. So if there's a flip side to that, I suppose if you want to put yourself forward, and there are women in the trades that really use the fact that they're a woman to get what they want on Instagram. And I'm fully here for it because I'm fully here for women believing in themselves, feeling good about themselves, feeling like they can wear tight little hot pants and a crop top on camera and still do their trade with their steel toe cap boots on. But that's your prerogative. Like if you're happy to do that and you feel confident, then I'm fully here for every single woman that. And why shouldn't they be? Men wear shorts.
Yeah, that's
Men
true.
take their top off on site.
Yeah,
Why can't women do the same? But then you look at the comments and then they instantly get bashed
yeah.
for it. There's always a spin with women. You're never going to really get to the bottom of that, what's right and what's wrong. I don't think.
No, I agree. It's a very difficult line to tread, isn't it? And yeah, you've got no control over people wanting to comment. At the end of the day, you're putting your content out there to the world, and it's open for comment. And you know that's just part and parcel of it.
Yeah.
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 But I think going back to the partnership thing, I think that it works. It's a very good dynamic because we've been in some meetings whereby I had a couple of big meetings when Jack was on holiday, and we very nearly didn't get them across the line because their concerns was product knowledge and industry understanding. As much as I am very, very kind of, I get most trades now because we've got a really diverse sort of book of different trades in Trademark. I still have that kind of roadblock with understanding really technical product knowledge. So we very nearly didn't get it. And obviously, all I could say was, look, just wait till Jack's back and wait till we come and meet you. And, you'll see, here's the trade, I'm the marketing. And then they kind of had a little bit of reassurance. But that's for
Okay.
us where it kind of comes in. I think at the beginning, you couldn't really see how the
Yeah.
dynamic
I
was
couldn't
going to
say
work.
I couldn't say what I was bringing to a marketing agency.
Okay.
And
As
it was a
time's
bit of
gone
an
on.
ego thing because obviously he just lost overnight pretty much his whole trade. Like his health was taking something away from him that he'd worked his whole life for, to then be coming and starting something that was my forte and my baby, which was the market. And I understood it, and I'm really fast paced. He was like, how am I gonna, I don't want to be seen that I'm just don't understand it, or I'm just trying to sit here watch you all day. He said I want to, and then it took a few months for you to really find your
Yeah. I mean, I really understand it now. I've got a great mentor. So as far as mentors go, Stig's probably the best person to learn from because she's so finicky and thorough with everything she does, and she's quick at everything she does. Yeah, as far as mentors go, it's a brilliant one to learn from.
brilliant.
A brilliant.
Brilliant. Sorry.
I don't get away with anything. Yeah, I ain't going into what she picks out of what I say, but
Brilliant.
yeah, but I've lost my train of thought now.
Oh,
No,
Brilliant.
they've gone. When they're gone, they're gone.
oh.
Brilliant.
That's the beauty of having the brain damage. When it's gone, it's gone.
I have to shut up because if he'll go to me, can I just, and I'm like, no, 1 minute, I'm just in the middle of saying, and that's a big thing for me. Don't interrupt me because my brain. And then he goes, wait, and I'm like, and then he goes, Stick, you have to listen to me now because if you don't listen to me now, I'm going to forget what I'm about to say. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I'm a bit like that, definitely. I start saying something and then I forget my own train of thought. So then I have to pause and I'm like, oh my God.
So going back to that, obviously, you coming off the tools, it was a big,
Oh yeah.
it was a
So
big ego thing for you at the
that's
beginning.
yeah. So Stick said, obviously losing my trade overnight. I've got it. It's back now. It's so basically like my brain's rewired. It's like, but the way they explain it is when you have a brain injury, you're let's say you're in London and you want to go up north, you jump on the M1 and just jump on that road and go up north. That M1 is shut now, so your brain's rewiring itself to get to that destination again. And it's
Ah,
amazing. Like as time's gone on, you can not obviously feel it, but things come back and things stick. And so my trade, although I had lost a lot of it and the ability to just pick up tools and naturally quickly go about my business, where I'd say build a wardrobe and wouldn't have to think about it too much, I'd have to really, really think about it. And I feel like I'm back to where I was with regards to working things out in my head
But it's
now.
physically, isn't it? Like,
Physically, I'm not what I was, but with like mentally,
yeah,
I would say 90% back to where I was.
but you've found your place
But
in
I
this
found the
now.
base in this, yeah. So I understand what I bring because at the start I was like, well, what am I going to bring to a marketing agency? She's like, honestly, like, just go with the flow. You'll see what I mean. And then like the more meetings we have, and like Stick was just saying, we had that meeting the other day, and I was explaining the product and what would be good to do it in this way and market it in this way. And it works. Like I see it a lot more now. What her vision was for it before we started this, you know.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Not quick on the laptop just yet, but
You're
I'm
actually all right now.
not
Yeah.
bad.
The thing is, I work so quick. I can't even like. I work so fast. My brain is so quick that he has no choice but to. And I think your healing, you've had to just learn things really quickly.
Yeah, she does. She's like unusually quick though. There's not many people out there that brains work the same as Sticks.
Well, it's great to hear that you're nearly back to 100%. And
Thank you.
no, you're welcome. And I think I could definitely see instantly the value that you would bring to this duo, without question, if I'm
Appreciate that.
honest,
Thank
because
you.
it's quite clear that Stick has got an exceptional marketing background from the stuff that I've seen. And I think having that link as a tradesperson, without even knowing somebody, if you meet a tradesperson, you kind of already feel comfortable with them, don't you?
Yeah,
Mm.
You know, so I could definitely see why this duo would work 100%. And
yeah.
it obviously is working because, as I said at the very beginning, you're absolutely everywhere and people are loving it.
We're just trying to be ourselves. We're
Yeah.
like Steve said, we're selling it on ourselves, we're marketing it on ourselves, and it tends to be funny to watch.
Yeah, we're like, you're selling a movement rather than a service. We've had people phone up like recently saying, we don't even know what you do, but we want to be part of it. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what we do? They're like, we know you do something to do with marketing, but we don't really care. Like, we just want to knock about with you two. And I'm like, I said, like, when you can sell your brand and you can sell you as people, you could sell any service like thereafter, because that's the most important thing. You have to be likable, you have to have a really good brand behind you, and you have to resonate with people. I think our story and the fact that we put stuff up, and we've had like relatives or like, our mums would ring us and be like, that can't go up. And we're like, that's going up because it's us. We're not here to pretend that we're anything other than what we are. We're our authentic selves. We have a really good connection, sort of on and off camera, with our banter and the way that we are and how happy and fun we are. If we can translate that through to our business and then rub off on people and give people that energy, that in itself, if you could bottle that up and sell that,
Yeah,
that's what we want to bring to the table.
absolutely. And I think because tradespeople, in my opinion, are just such down to earth people across the board that
Mm.
you marketing this business as yourselves and putting your real selves out there to be relatable to it, it's perfect because you're just down to earth. Yeah, it's just
Just
so
normal
relatable.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Normal
Yeah,
people having a go.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and that's all we've ever done. So we've only ever just been us, and
And it's important to us that we enjoy every minute of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And also work with people that are aligned with us as well.
but we've
With
made some friends in this industry that are more than just clients. They are our friends, and we do things socially with them. And
Oh
you know,
wow.
it's opened so many different avenues. There's so much networking that goes on, and it's so important to do that.
Yeah.
But there's people that I know will be friends for life, men and women, and that's lovely that you, in later life, that you've met people along the way.
Yeah, that's amazing. Because it
mm,
is really hard to make true connections the older we get, isn't it?
Yeah.
you end up losing connections the older you get, don't you?
Yeah.
Life gets in the way. You don't talk. You talk to your friends less, and then before you know it, you can count on one finger the amount of friends you got.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is the most common mistake that you see us tradespeople make in regards to marketing ourselves and our businesses?
I'd say not utilising the power of social media.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
suppose it's the reason why Trademark was born was because I think there is such a huge stigma, and people have been so burnt over the years with other services and websites and apps that promote they generate leads and they promote that they work in a certain way. They invest a lot of money, they don't see results, and then they feel burnt by it. Marketing as a whole, the biggest common misconception is that marketing is a quick fix or a quick overnight, answer. Marketing is all about consistency, longevity, and putting in constant effort, which takes time. So we never market ourselves as lead generating or growth anymore. At the beginning, we did.
Okay.
But what we found was that there is such a high expectation amongst the trades, because the trades is a very fast paced industry. It's very project led. So you're on to one thing and then on to the next thing, and people want to see results quickly. It's always about, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I think that people need to understand that, you know, it doesn't just happen overnight. And I think that there are some companies out there that will sell that. They will sell that they can be your quick fix.
Yeah.
They then take a lot of your money. Then people pay it because they listen to the sales pitch, which is why from day one, we have never, ever, ever gone out there with a sales pitch. We identify the pain points, we identify the problem, and we tell them how we get there by working backwards. We even do it as we put people on lower retainers and work our way up rather than starting high and working down when people aren't happy, because it takes time and there's a lot involved. And we aren't a multi-billion-pound agency with 40 members of staff. You know, we're a very small team. We've got internal structure with in terms of like support with certain elements of marketing. But what people are investing in is the overall vision.
Yeah.
And we will dedicate a lot of time and energy into helping you. If you listen to the strategy that we can give you, then it will work. Most of it is them putting in, you know, the consistency and the effort online. So they have to be patient and they've got to be willing to want to do it. As much as we can help and we can take a lot of the digital ag off of you, there's still going to need to be an element of you doing the doing part as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's next for Trademark? Have you got any big announcements or clients that you can share?
We're in the full swing of event season, so we've got a lot of exciting trips coming up.
There's always something going on. It's hard to keep up with how much with. There's always something exciting happening that you can't specifically hone in on one exciting thing. So like, there's always something new happening, and then we look back and we think, bloody hell. Like all
Yeah.
these different little things, we look back in a couple of weeks' time and think, bloody hell, like if you actually go through that last couple of weeks, and it tends to happen constantly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you go back and look at the last couple of weeks, think, bloody hell, like there's so much has happened.
I feel like we're at that stage in our business as well where there's so much going on that at the beginning, like we used to celebrate the tiny little wins because we were like we've been working so hard for this, like continuously. But now, because every day something happens and every day there's something exciting, it's really overwhelming, and that's really hard to we are really good at sitting down at the end of the day and like recapping, and I'm going to make more of a conscious effort to do it. We try and do it like on a Sunday or over the weekend. We sort of plan for the week ahead, and I have to have a plan,
Yeah.
otherwise my
Yeah, it's
my
good.
whole
Yeah,
week
it's good
turns
to
to
have
shit. So like I must drive Jack mad. But I'm like, right, can we just sit down? Like, but I think
everything's a plan, isn't it?
everything's a plan, but it has to be because of how busy we are and how limited we are in time.
And it's happened in such a short space of time as well. I said to Stick the other day, do you remember when we first started this company? So I was building a sunbed shop. She was sitting in the corner on the laptop. And this was in the middle of winter as well, like shivering, building up Trademark. And we used to just walk into places selling our services.
Fair
Um,
play.
yeah, which we haven't done for a long while. But I said to Stick, when we was doing that at the time, I used to say, we're going to look back and be like, do you remember when we used to just cold call, walking into places? Walking
Yeah.
into shops and selling the services and just getting like shrugged out of there with a lot of them. And
You've got to start from somewhere, haven't you? And it's like the old school movement of when you first start up as a tradesperson, how do you find your business? And one of the m- easiest ways to get clients, leaflets, you know,
yeah,
get them printed, post them through doors.
For us, it's networking. Like you have to be, and that's one bit of advice that I'd give to anybody in the trades, no matter what you do, or whether you're a creator or you're not a creator and you just are a tradesman that isn't present online. Be in as many places as you can. Be at as many trade shows, trade days. Surround yourself with the brands, because every conversation's an opportunity, and that's in personal growth, business growth, digital growth. You will grow as a person because if you are the company you keep. Surround yourself with people that have energy and passion for the trades and support movements like the stolen tools movement, the mental health kind of movement. There's so many influential people in this industry who give so much of their time and energy to better the community that we're in. And that is so inspirational, like, and to be around those people, like, you're only going to grow, you're only going to better yourself.
yeah. The power of networking, I didn't really understand it at the start, but the power of networking is phenomenal.
Yeah. And that is a good bit of advice. Just be everywhere. And it's worked
There
for
you
us
go.
because that's one bit of feedback that we get off of everybody we talk to is, you guys are everywhere. You're everywhere. How are you
Sick
everywhere?
of ya.
One minute you're in Coventry, then you're in Wales, then you're in Birmingham, but you have to be, and it's hard. There's sacrifice to be made.
Yep.
You know, we've both got children. I have to sit there and my kids cry when I leave because
Mm.
I'm mummy and like I'm not there a lot, but it's all for the greater good. Like, and we have to do this now, especially at this stage in our business.
Yeah, it's building
There's
stage, isn't it? So
Yeah.
You're laying the foundations.
You don't need to do it. It was like when I've got 3 kids and my little girl, my youngest, she was a week old and we was on our way up to Birmingham for an event, weren't we?
Installer, yeah.
oh, wow.
Installer, yeah. It was touch and go whether I was gonna make it, but obviously, yeah, I did, but she was a week.
But you gotta, it's the guilt, but like we wouldn't be where we are now if the stuff that hadn't happened in May, June,
Yeah,
July. Like we have to do it. You have to do it. Like any trading, like it's the hardest grafted industry across the board, whether you're on the tools or whether you're in the background and digital like we are. It's one of them industries that everybody you speak to grafts for it, and I'm fully here for that.
yeah. You get out what you put in.
Unless you finish at 12:30.
Half day, half day.
Half day, full day pay, is it?
Am I right in saying that you guys are going to be at the P&D show in November?
We're going to be at P&D show. We're at Tool Fair. We're at On the Tools Awards. We're at the Talking Tradesman Christmas party.
Ooh,
We're at Installer Festival. Like there's lots,
amazing.
but we're at all of them. So for anyone that kind of sees it, and that's another thing as well. We speak to so many people online, and you know them by their Instagram handles or their
Yeah.
Facebook names. So if anyone, like, this sounds really like not big headed, but if you see us, like, come and talk to us. We have so many people message us after events saying, we saw you, but we felt rude coming up to you. Like, please, like, we have worked for this. Like, we love everybody in this industry, and we wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for the people that have supported us on the social media. And like, please come and say hello, because it
Yeah.
hurts my feelings when you message us after and say, we didn't want to come up to you because you looked busy. Like, come and say hi. We're so approachable.
Well, I will be one of those people at the P&D show because I will be going. So I'll
Oh,
come and
wait.
see you,
Excellent.
and we'll
That'd be good to see.
get a picture together and whatnot. So
We
yeah,
will do. And
definitely.
just thank you so much, and you as well. Like, you've started something up that's a risk, and it's becoming a very oversaturated industry, the podcast industry. But it's you making yourself different. You're different to what everybody else is doing. Have your own brand, have your own niche, be you, and you will succeed if you just keep putting the effort in and get the right people on who are inspiring, and people will want to listen to. You've had some really influential people on your podcast, and if you carry on doing that, you're only going to grow. So
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, all my guests I've had so far have been incredible, and the little bits of feedback I get here and there, it makes it all worth it. Because at the end of the day, I'm giving up my spare time to share what these people have to say, and I just love it. I love hearing everybody's different stories and their journeys, and I hope people that listening to this enjoy it as well.
Me too.
well, yeah, congratulations. I'm sure you're going to smash it. So yeah,
Thank you.
just keep doing what you're doing.
And you guys, for sure. I want to play a little game with you because I play it with all my other guests and it's just a bit of fun. The quick fire question round.
Okay.
Stick, if you go first, tea or coffee?
Tea.
Stories or reels?
Oh, that's a really hard one. I love a story because I think they're more like personable, and they're more like just unedited, so it's raw. But then I do love a real.
This isn't quick fire.
I know, but
That's
I said
okay.
not asking it. You're like, stories.
Stories. Driver or passenger?
I'm a control freak, so I like driving.
Me too. Instagram or LinkedIn?
This is really hard. Insta.
Order in or eat out?
Oh, eat out. We eat. Yeah, we have to eat out a lot with what we do. So yeah, eating out. Food's my love language. I love eating out, and yeah,
Fair play. And last one, a text message or a phone call?
phone call. The art of communication is lost through text, voice note, or phone call.
Cool. All right, Jack, your turn.
Yeah.
Driver or passenger?
Driver.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Early start or late finish?
Late finish. I was early start, to be honest. I was always early, but the last sort of like last 2 years, I'm a late starter.
Yeah, bit of a lion.
So I would have, if you'd have asked me that 2 years ago, I'd have said early start. But yeah, now
I
late
think as
finish.
well because we do a lot of late ones because the trades that we work with finish work on site and then they want to meet or then they want to sit down when they're off site and then all of our meetings start. So we tend
Yeah,
our working day because we both got the kids and we do the school run. We tend to do late
Ah,
finishes because it just works around
yeah,
business a bit better, doesn't it?
gotcha. It's nice to have that flexibility for sure.
It is. That's a good question.
that's a good question. What's the next one?
Next one, last one. I'm going to ask you Instagram or LinkedIn?
So I'm going to say Instagram because I enjoy it more, but it depends what you need from it. So LinkedIn is more important for certain things. Instagram's more important for certain things. So as a company, it all would depend. But yeah, I'd say for me personally, Instagram.
Cool. Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do always ask this question at the end of my shows, and I'm interested, first of all, to see what Stick says. If you could be a tradie, what trade would you choose and why?
I would be. It's really difficult because two of the most influential people in my life in the trades are Jack and Mary because of obviously I've watched both of them so closely. Jack, the things how you can with carpentry, how you can visualize something in your head and then see it as a finished piece. Like we're sitting in out and there's like a resin table. Like that was just an idea and then it's now a piece of furniture. So it's the journey. And the
Nice.
same thing with Mary. Like I have seen the impact that that girl has had on people by the outcome of the end product. And it's such an undersaturated traditional craft, like it's almost inspiring. Her pieces aren't just finished products, they are inspiring pieces of like a room. So I don't know, like I feel like I'd be taken away. I'm so grateful for what I've learned by watching Jack over the years. But I also know how hard it is to be a carpenter because I've unloaded that van so many times.
It's not an easy life.
Like picking up a cold toolbox and tools and loading like hop ups and stuff. Nah, I don't think I could do it. I'd
Well, you
say
need so much tools to do
at
it as
least like
well.
with Mary stuff, she just rocks up to her workshop and everything's there and she doesn't have to really go on site a lot. So I think because I'm quite lazy, I think I just
You're
want
far from lazy, Stick.
yeah, I know, but I don't really want to be in and out of a van. Because if
Yeah,
you
I get
think
that.
of like an electrician, I think being on site with the boys, like plumbing, that is a aggy trade, like being a plumber. No, I wouldn't be a plumber. Yeah, I'd say like I'm gonna give kudos to my girl, and I'd say what Mary does because it's traditional, it's inspiring, and it's bloody messy, and I love it.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely. And Jack, if you could be a different trade, what would you choose?
A different trade.
Yeah.
I reckon I would probably go down the route of, I'd say electrics. So I would go back to that. Yeah, because it's not as messy. You earn good money doing it. All trades are hard, so I'm not taking anything away from anyone, but I know it's a little easier on your body than carpentry, you know. Yeah, I think it would probably be electrics. I would have said plumbing and gas, but I done a couple of days for my cousin, and that is a hard life. That's a real hard life. Although they earn really good money, they deserve it for what they do. So
Yeah, I second that. I think coming from a no knowledge in the not no knowledge, but the hands-on knowledge to seeing how hard plumbers work, like
yeah, and also you got to go home and stress because you fire up
yeah.
the water in someone's house and go home and hope that every single fitting that you've done and every single connection that you've done ain't going to leak.
Yeah.
That's stress. So I was talking to my cousin about it the other day, and he was saying what he does is he gets the water on as quick as possible, and then he'll go around finishing the other stuff that he can finish after that. So then he's there for the whole.
Testing it, yeah.
Yeah, he's there for that because he's been doing my house recently. So he said basically got the water fired up as quick as possible, and then I'd run around doing the other bits that I can do when the water's flowing in case something bursts
Yeah.
and floods the house. So I'd go with electrics.
Cool.
Yeah, I think.
What about you, Law?
Do you know, I would be a carpenter. Yeah, I've dabbled in bits. I've made a couple of tables and coffee tables out of leftover solid oak worktop.
Yeah.
I love
It's a
creating.
fun trade.
It
It is a
is.
fun trade, and it's a really, really rewarding trade. Everything's on show with it.
Yeah,
So there's no room for error.
that's it. One of my close friends, he's a carpenter and he's extremely good. And when I watch or when
Do you
I've
want to name drop him?
I can do, yeah. He's actually an electrician as well as a carpenter, so he combines the two.
Skilled man.
Yeah, and he does kitchen fitting as well. So he really moulds the two together.
Drop his Instagram handle in.
I will do. It's PDM Electrics and Kitchen Fitting. His name's
Okay.
Pete, and he's brilliant. He's absolutely spot on, and he's fitted numerous kitchens for
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
in properties and for my dad as well. And he's just bob on.
It's a brilliant skill to have.
It is.
Like, the money that you save on your own house doing it is phenomenal.
Yeah. And then when you see the likes of Chippy M doing the structural carpentry, that's just
Yeah, there's so many elements to carpentry. Like, you will learn forever, so you got to pick what route you want to go down. So you can go down the road of um, like structural carpentry on sites, getting it prepared for concreting, that is a hard life. That is a real hard life. But you could go down the road of being a joiner and fitting wardrobes and making kitchens or there's so many routes to take in carpentry and joinery that you need to find the one that you enjoy and go down that, because you won't
Yeah.
learn the whole lot in your whole lifetime.
definitely.
But I do love it. I definitely picked the right trade, but Sticky's right. You need so many tools for it. You need to get all them tools. So the way we used to do it, we used to turn up at the yard, we'd load the van up, we'd load obviously what we needed. If we've made something, we might have made a wardrobe or whatever we was doing. You'd have to go to site, unload the van, do your day's work, load the van back up, go back down to the yard, unload it again, and it's a process.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah,
But it is a very rewarding trade
definitely.
and a great skill to have.
On that note, then, what trade or who do you think I should have on the show next?
Mary's done a bit
Mary's
with you.
been on,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
Rhea?
Rhea, have you had Rhea on?
I've got her lined up.
Yeah, yeah, you have actually. She was in your secret. Do you know? I haven't actually watched all of it, but Branded by Sammy.
Oh, yes.
So Sammy does all of the workwear for the
Yes.
industry, and I know she's just done Trade Legends, and I've watched a few of the clips, and I think there's more to Sammy than what people realise. I think she's got a very good backstory, and she's been through a lot. And brief encounters at shows and stuff. She's got a few mutual friends, but I'd say Sammy does a lot for the industry and has come a very long way in a short space of time. So I'd say Sammy would be a good one.
Perfect. I will get back onto her then, because she's actually printing me some merch as well. So
There you go.
there you go.
Invite her on.
Absolutely.
Get her on, and good luck with Rhea. She's a good egg, that girl.
Yeah, she's good stuff, Rhea.
Thank you. Awesome. So where can people find you on social media and everywhere?
So Instagram is Trademark Digital UK, www.trademarkdigital.co.uk. Jack's phone number is 079.
You got it wrong to the off.
078. Well, yeah.
078.
012121. Yeah, but it's just put into Trademark Digital Marketing and we come up in most places now. So that's good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh,
and
you
we've thoroughly
too.
enjoyed that. Thank you.
Good. You're welcome. I'll make sure that all the links and website and handles and everything are in the show notes for the episode, so it's easy for people to find. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me your time, you two very busy people.
No problem at all. We've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves.
It's been a nice little boost for today.
I just want to say a quick thank you for listening to this episode, and if you want to hear more from awesome tradeswomen, don't forget to drop me a like or a follow so you don't miss out on future episodes. See you next time on Life of a Female Tradie.